Now when you learn trigonometry, everything starts from unit circle. So unit circle is a circle with radius 1 unit and the origin sitting on the center sitting on the origin of a Cartesian plane. So if let's say you draw it on a Cartesian plane, which is x-axis and y-axis, your circle will be here. This is the center. So it's called unit circle because the radius is 1 unit. That means this is 1, this is 1, and this would be -1, right? Because it's on the left side, and this would be -1. This is origin. So whenever you draw any radius, here the unit is always 1. Then when you turn, you can keep turning for the angles. So all the angles start turning from the right side of the x-axis. So you turn anti-clockwise, your angle will be positive. If you turn clockwise, your angle will be negative. Okay, so when you turn in degrees, okay, this is your y-axis, right? This is 0 degree. Then this will be 90 degree, 180 degree, 270. You can keep going. 360, 450, 540, 630, 720, and so on. 628 degrees, what quadrant? So 628 degrees is in this, right, is between 540 and 630. So 628 degrees is in the third quadrant. This is first, second, third, and fourth. Now this is in degrees. You can also express it in radians. So it will be 0 radian. That every quarter you get to add 0.5 pi. So 0, 0.5 pi, 1 pi, 1.5 pi, 2 pi, 2.5 pi, 3 pi, 3.5 pi, and then 4 pi, and keeps going. So it's also quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I ask you what quadrant is 5 1/3 pi?
There, first one.
5 1/3 pi.
No, never mind.
This is 4,
4.5,
4.5, 5, 5.5, right? This is lesser than 5.5, right? So then this is the third quadrant. Okay? Now when the angle turn clockwise, then it will be 0, -90, -180, -270, -360, -450, -540, -630, -720, and so on. It's just the other way around. But the quadrant is still remain 1, 2, 3, 4. It won't swap like 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1, 2, 3, 4 is always the same. Then when it's in radian,
Become negative also.
yeah, it'll be 0, -0.5 pi, -1 pi, -1.5 pi, -2 pi, -2.5 pi, and so on. Okay, so let's do some examples. So if you look here, 500 degrees is more than one round, right?
Yeah.
So 500 minus 360 is 140, right?
So it's in the 140 quadrant.
So when you do that, it'll be 0, 90, 180. So that means it's second quadrant lah. Then this is 22 over 9 pi. Change it to mixed number. So it's 2, 9, 18. So I got a 4. So this is lesser than half or more than half? 4 over 9.
Less.
Lesser than half, right? Because half of 9 is 4.5, right? So this is lesser than half. That means it's lesser than 2.5. So then again, we start again. 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. So
it's
it's
in the
first quadrant.
Yeah.
Okay. Then next here, negative. This is more than one round, right? So 505 minus 360 will be -145. So when you turn, it will be 0, -90, -180. So what quadrant? 0, -90, -180.
The third quadrant.
Yes, it's in the third quadrant, right? -90, -180. Then -2 over 9 pi will be 0, negative 0.5.
Yeah.
2 over 9 is more than half or less than half?
Less.
So this is 0.
In the last quadrant.
Yeah. So now, okay, I want you guys to work out this question now. So take a break. The next part is the basic definition of trigo ratios. So sine is the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse side. Yeah, cos is adjacent over hypo, tangent is opposite over adjacent. Now tangent is also sine over cos. Why is it? Because sine divided by cos is actually O over H divided by A over H. Both the H's can be cancelled. So left O on A, right, which is the same as this one. So tangent theta is sine theta over cos theta. We often use this a lot in solving equation and proving. Especially when you see tangent, the tangent term coupled with others like sine term or cos term, you normally change the tangent to sine over cos. So now some new term, cosecant means 1 over sine. Look at the third letter is S, right? It's S here. Secant is 1 over cos. Look at the third letter, sorry. C, right? So it's 1 over cos. Cotangent, third letter is T, right? So it's 1 over tangent. So it basically means you flip it over only. So since cotangent is flipping over 1 over tangent, that means you are flipping this. So cotangent is cos over sine.
Wow.
Okay, can you remember that? Now,
Maybe.
Next.
Maybe.
next. Sine theta is equals to cos 90 minus theta. What does that mean? It means that sine, example sine 30 is the same as cos 60.
Sine 30.
Right? Because it's sine 30 here is cos 90 minus 30, so it's 60, right? Sine 30 is same as cos 60 and the same as the other way around. Cos 45 same as sine 45. Okay, for example, cos 20 same as sine 70. Now, why is it so? If I draw a right angle triangle here, this is theta, then this must be 90 minus theta, right? Because here already taken 90. So let's say I name here as P, Q, and R. Sine 30 is sine theta is P over R, right?
Yeah.
Now for cos 90 minus theta, we look at here, cos isn't it adjacent over hypo?
Yeah.
It's also P over R, isn't it? It makes sense, right or not?
Oh.
Now, cosecant,
Cosec.
okay, cosecant follows the characteristic of sine. And therefore, secant follows the characteristic of cos. That's why cosecant and secant, they are one pair also.
They just gang lah.
Yeah. So if sine and cos is one pair, cosecant and secant are one pair, then left tangent and cotangent,
They are one pair.
they are one pair.
That's cute.
Wow. Then
Okay, the next one. Sine negative theta, negative angle. So sine negative 60 degrees. Sine negative 60 degrees is the same as negative sine positive 60 degrees. Okay?
oh, like just terbalikkan.
But why? The reason is, so if we have the same angle theta, negative theta just means that it travels clockwise, right?
Yeah.
Now both are 90. Now, since this angle gives you this height P, and we impose it on the Cartesian plane, so this will be negative P for the length, right? For the position, sorry. And then this will be adjacent, let's say I name it as Q.
Okay.
And then the hypo is R. Now R will be the same because it works as the radius of the unit circle, remember?
Oh.
So it will be the same. It doesn't have positive or negative. So it stays positive for both. Right? Hypo, the unit circle is the radius. Sine theta first. Sine theta is P over R, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sine negative theta is opposite over, so it's negative P over R, isn't it?
Oh.
So now, can I take out the P over R and then it becomes sine theta because P over R is this, which is sine theta. So therefore, sine negative theta is negative sine theta.
Okay.
So that's how it works. Now, how about cos negative theta?
Is it the same thing?
Yeah, cos negative theta is looking here. Is adjacent Q over R.
Oh.
Right? It's the same as cos theta, which is Q over R, right?
Yeah.
So do I need the negative?
No.
No, right? I take the same Q.
Oh.
I take the same Q.
Okay.
So I don't need the negative. Okay? Then tangent needs the negative Y. because tangent is P over Q. Then tangent negative theta is negative P over Q. So I need the negative. So that means only cos doesn't impose the negative. So secant follows the characteristics of
I like
cos.
cos. Good job.
So
cos.
secant also doesn't impose negative.